So like I've been doing some digging on the HVAC controls and why they don't work, and it seems like it only doesn't work when it's cold outside, which is weird. So I'm gonna assume that he had no idea about this, because down in Florida where he was at, it's always, you know, hot and humid. So it's like this would always work, because the AC was what was working, and then you go to use the heat, like it'll work as long as you have the AC working first. So it's weird. But if it's cold out in the morning, it doesn't seem to be working. Oh well, just get some HVAC controls and be done with it. Hopefully it's as simple as that. I also noticed that this light will even stay on. See, and now it works. I decided to park for a couple hours, it got warm out, and now it works. So that makes total sense. I can understand that. So I'm gonna get one of them on order. But we're going to the storage unit now to get things cleaned out. I got a lot of stuff in the trunk, and we're just gonna keep rolling with the daily videos as much as possible. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to know about the hotshot or car hauling industry. Maybe I'll be able to do a video on that dedicated. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try and do a vlog today, and we're also gonna do a everything I love and hate about my 2020 Kaufman trailer. Absolutely love the trailer, but I'm definitely gonna, you know, there's some things I don't like and there is things I like, but it's like, that's just how things work. So we'll go over that in that video. All right, we get all the crates out. I wish that back door would open. I gotta figure that out at some point. Get that back door coming open, which would be sweet. But today's the day. We're gonna finally be going through this stuff and getting rid of, probably not gonna get rid of anything, but we are gonna go through and some of this stuff is actually gonna be for sale, which is decent. Like a lot of it's decent stuff. Drive shaft is broken, unfortunately, and I haven't found anybody to fix it. The sleeper I gotta take apart. These tires I gotta move somewhere. The engine crane over there I gotta figure out what I'm doing with. The mattress, stuff like that I really don't need. Like front drive shaft, brand new, rebuilt, and axle shafts for the front. So let's get this going. So for the drive shaft, I do have the yoke for the end with brand new U-joints in it, and have a one-piece aluminum drive shaft, but the end was broken. So if you know somebody that can replace this end and rebalance it, I can be willing to sell it to somebody for super cheap. It's a, here you go. So this is the one that I ran for the manual transmission. I ended up breaking it. If you could find somebody that can replace that for super cheap, I'd definitely be willing to let it go. That end, I don't recommend it for heavy towing like what I was doing. But if you're just, you know, you have a manual transmission and you're just, you know, driving your truck, you don't use it to tow, this would be perfect for you. Unless they can upgrade the end for you, then I'd probably use it for towing, but it didn't work for me. If you guys want it, let me know. I think I'm into this one about 600 bucks, so I don't care. You know, whatever. If you want to make an offer and come get it, none of this stuff I'm gonna ship, just to put that out there, but it is for sale if anybody wants this one-piece drive shaft. Said broken on the end, but super cheap. Make me, I don't care what your offer is, just make me an offer, get it out of my hands, and I'm happy with that. I'm into it like 600 bucks, but I would be willing to take a fraction of that. So not hard pressed for the money, just want to get it gone. Gooseneck plate right here. Gooseneck plate, let me know. I want that gone. The front axle shafts for your, really, any of the third gen Ram 25 and 3500s, axle shafts right here. They don't have the yokes on the end because I needed to keep them so that I could keep the axles in my truck. So, because we're doing a full two-wheel drive conversion. Don't need that. Front drive shaft, this was recently rebuilt. Might consider a new U-joint up here, but these things go for like $350 to $400 online. Let me know, be willing to take, you know, I've had it rebuilt a number of times. I've probably into this drive shaft at least $1,000 at this point. But again, willing to take a fraction of that if it helps somebody out. Just get it off my hands. I got a ball right there. That's for sale, get it out of here. Transfer case, 273D, transfer case with 2 quarts of fluid and a Napa seal. Let me know. This one I am firm on $500. This was a good transfer case I got from CP Towing, and that's what I paid for it, but I never used it. So everything spins all right. The only reason I didn't use it was I thought I needed I thought I needed to replace mine. It didn't need replaced, so I just need to get rid of this one. 500 bucks. Snorkel if anyone's interested in it, not if you are, doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep the fender flares and some of the other stuff in here, but that's pretty much what I got. If anybody wants this HE 351 VGT turbo welded to a BD2 piece, let me know. I take 300 bucks for that, and I kind of hope doesn't sell because I kind of want that as a backup. But aside from that, yeah. So, oh, and this guy here, I don't know, make an offer on that as well. But like I said, all this stuff's going to be local, but I need to go through and pull a lot of this stuff out, like that transfer case. A lot of this stuff's going to end up coming back with me because if I'm going to be selling it, you know, I don't want it sitting in here. Tires are up there. I'm gonna take these home because I'm gonna swap these out with the my fiance. Put these in the shed probably, as opposed to sitting them in here. But I need to go grab some straps for those. All right, tires up, ready to go. I have them strapped through on these because they were a pain. But they're up. I just gotta get the rest of this crap. Who wants it? Who wants any of this stuff? Everything is good. Everything works except the drive shaft. Everything's in perfect condition. You do need, obviously you're gonna need U-joints in the end, but most of the time you're replacing the axle shafts because the axle shafts are what's the problem, not the yoke or the stubby. So, they're not cheap. Cheap, just get it out of my sight. This turbo over here, HE 351, I'm gonna be rebuilding this one. I think we're gonna go with a 67 for the 12 valve. See if I can't do something about the exhaust port, just so that we can get a little bit more airflow and exhaust flow, so we can bring the UGTs down a little bit. So we'll think about getting this one rebuilt at some point. But right now we're running an HE 341, but this is the factory turbocharger that a 2004 and a half would have come with. A 2004 and a 2003 would have came with the HE 341, but 341 is a fast spooling turbo. This one not as quick, but this one has a little bit more top end. So yeah, and if you guys want this drive shaft mount, I don't really know, I might just scrap that, I don't know yet. And the Edge CTS 250 takes it cash. No, I will not ship any of this stuff. I'm gonna repeat it again, I will not ship any of this stuff. Dually flare on the truck, which you don't see right here. That I want 100 bucks. 100 bucks, no, I will not ship it. Someone messaged me about sending it to Cali. It's just not worth it. At that point, you might as well buy a brand new one because the shipping is gonna be insane. So, 100 bucks firm on that. You know, I gotta tell you, this thing is just saving me so much time and effort because, like, stuff like this, I gotta take all this stuff out of the storage unit, take it home, put it in the shed for sale for you guys. And this, it's so much nicer than the Accord. Everything will fit in here and I don't gotta worry about stuff. I can put all that stuff. The Accord never would have done this. And now that the truck's down, I can't use the truck. So it's like, this thing gets way better fuel economy than the truck. Cheaper to fill up. And you know, it's just practical. It makes sense, I guess. I mean, yeah, the lift and the big tires, you know, I get it. Definitely a sketchy four-wheel drive, but you know, it's fun and I'm not afraid to get it dirty and get it dinged and dent. Like there's a dent right there and a little bit of rust on each side, and that tire shine the tires so they look good. A little rust on the hood, but for what it is, it ain't too bad. This thing makes a cool noise when you look at that. So I probably stuff things in there as well, but for what it is, I mean, I might end up keeping that rack on the top just to put like cans of shit in. You get me a fire extinguisher mount. The seats go down and everything, so I have all that room. The only thing, the subwoofer is impractical. I'm keeping the subwoofer, but it's definitely impractical because I gotta worry about putting stuff back here. But besides that, like I might try to find a way to mount that better or put a shield over it. But I think it'll do. I think it'll do. She's already squatting because of that little bit of weight I put in the back. Let's see if we can't hit the fender off the tire today. All right, everything's taken out that I'm gonna need. We're gonna take back to the house. And this is how we kind of got it left off. I can't put that T-case in the back
just because it's there's definitely a little bit of fluid in it. So if anybody wants that, it'll be here as opposed to at the house. I gotta go home, clean the shed, and head to the fire department. See if they got any work for me. We'll go from there. And I'm gonna explain to you guys here in a minute basically what's going on. Told you guys I have a lot of legal shit to handle and just get taken care of, which is why I'm taking the time off. But I haven't really explained to everybody the final part of the story. So we'll go over that here in a minute. Well, I was wondering why the radio started sounding like crap when I was sitting there. Look at this, ready? Look at this, ready? And, clicky clicky. So fiance's coming now, we're gonna jump start it. I am just gonna go get a new battery, not a big deal. I knew the battery was weak, but ever since you charged it, it's been great and it's been fine, but you know, not a big deal. So while I'm waiting on her, I'm gonna film another video with the trailer. But you guys can see while we're waiting, everything's up there. Everything, even the drive shaft is up there. So I'm just gonna wait for her to come and get this thing jumped. Battery shouldn't be too bad. I wanna put a decent battery in it, but we're working on getting a third spot here at the storage units because I got a unit and I got a parking spot, and then I'm working on a third parking spot. So it's like $95 a month for one spot. Pay $224 for a spot and a unit, and then add $95 to that. That's what we'll be paying a month for my spots. But I want to be able to put a couple vehicles here. So the trailer is a 50-foot spot. The spot that I'm looking at is a 20-foot spot, but they said I might be able to fit the dually in there. We'll see. But I don't know if I'm gonna get that spot yet or not, but maybe, we'll see. She canceled her. Yeah, so she was at Walmart and I called her and I was like, hey, I let the music play for a little too long.
See if I can.
She thinks she can't fit. But, here, put it in park, let me do it. Put her in park.
I'm trying.
So we broke it. You know, you honestly don't need to pull up that far, but I'm gonna do it just to prove a point.
I barely have gas left.
You have gas? You have plenty of gas. Oh my goodness. I like that this thing has a decent rev limiter. Let's see if she starts. Oh yeah. She starts. Now let's see if she dies. If I undo her. Nice. Where? Oh, I'll be alright. I've had plenty of the Florida spiders come out of mine. Thanks for coming and rescuing me, even though it only took like 30 seconds of my time.
Walmart for you.
Yeah, but you love Walmart, don't you? No. Since we're so redneck. We have the identity, like here's your side-by-side comparison, which I told her she'd fit. Look at this, ready? She didn't believe me that she'd fit, look at that. Okay, there's like a foot over here.
I would care.
And like 2 inches over there, but either way. But here's your comparison. Take a vote in the comments. Which one do you like more? The one that's practical with a roof rack, or the one that's the mom wagon?
Don't hate on my mom wagon.
Now the question is, do we lower this one and put it on XXR wheels?
I think it's fine the way it is.
I think it needs lowered and more, it needs tint. Also, people keep hitting her mirror.
Yes.
I don't have this issue, but people keep hitting her mirrors.
They don't even, they're morons.
And somebody broke this one. We bought it, and somebody broke this one like immediately in a parking lot.
See for marks on the side of the door.
I don't know.
See if someone scraped my car.
I don't see anything. See, that's what this is for. That is a protector. Look at that. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know. You can see the difference in how much lower yours is than mine. Oh, so these tires are fairly decent, but I think those will do better in the wintertime for you. So we'll put those on instead. And then we'll get these wheels cleaned up for like next year, and then we'll just rotate them so you can run those till they're bald and then run these till they're bald. And then we'll get you a nice set of wheels and tires and just get rid of the stock ones. So, because like, these are a nice wheel. Honestly, if you put these on yours with smaller tires, I think it would look pretty decent. What do you think?
Yeah.
You need
I don't think it needs to be lowered.
just 2 inches. Mine's lifted 3 inches, yours can be lowered 2 inches. See, now what she doesn't know is I bought mine. The only reason she bought hers was so I could use it as a parts vehicle. Like the HVAC controls and the battery, I kind of need those. Do you care if I take those?
Yes, I can.
All right. Thanks for coming and rescuing me. So, have fun. I'll be shortly behind you. Can't shut this thing off at all today. This thing's squatting now with all the weight that I decided to put in the back. There's a lot of stuff back there. But good thing she came out. So, I didn't tell you guys, I'm going to the fire department now because I have told nobody this. Not a lot of people, but yeah. So on top of this huge amount of money that I have to pay, I'm gonna do 60 hours, which is one reason why I decided to take 3 weeks off. I used a week to get the vehicles doing what they need to do. I got the CRV pretty much done. Like anything the CRV needs now is just all minor stuff. Power steering and bleed the brakes and stuff like that. And the HVAC controls, like it's all minor stuff, so I'm not worried about it. At least runs and drives now. The battery will do. But yeah, so I gotta do all that, and it really sucks because I've thought about it, and like 60 hours of this is basically, so I gotta do community service. That's another $4,500 in wages lost because I generally work 60 hours a week with the trucking and gross, you know, that amount. So it's like it's a lot of money that goes out the door when you gotta do this stuff. But this is like years in the process now. Like this is probably, we're on like year 3, and they finally like reached the whatever at the end of like this year was when it was all like, all right, we need to finish this up and just get it over with. So it's one reason I got back into trucking, because I know if I would have worked a full-time job, like I was making $1,200 a week at UPS, and it definitely wouldn't have been enough. I know that. All right, so I stopped at 3 fire departments. One told me to go to the one on Spring Road. One of them on Spring Road, nobody was there. Other than the second one, he's like, all right, he's gonna give my number to the chief. So we might be, I don't know what they'll have for me, to be honest. But you know what? We got plenty of time. 2-3 weeks off. Let's get it done. And then when we go back to work, we'll be hitting it hard. So I'm excited to get this over with. December 12th cannot come fast enough. Once December 12th comes, life will be much better again. Hey, I finally figured out how to get the hatch open. There's all the shit in the back. All that stuff. So like I said, all that's for sale. Get it out of my sight. I'll be happy. Get all this stuff off and get it put in the shed. Because hopefully we won't have it long. And we'll get that thing nice new. The wheel looks really good compared to that one. I don't know, do you guys want to see this lowered 2 inches with, you know, like XXRs or something? Let me know. All right, you guys have been hounding me about this, but literally at the mercy of UPS here. They finally got my headlights in. They got me the harness so I can put my headlights back to the 03. And UPS says that the mega cab flares will be here today. If you guys, I'm gonna come on here. And look at that. It says estimated delivery Tuesday, September 28th. But, oh, never mind. Today's Monday. Okay, it says it'll be here tomorrow, Tuesday, September 28th. This is for the mega cab flares, you guys. I'm trying. UPS is not in a hurry, and they do not care. So, and we're also waiting on. Let me see here. If I go to my Amazon. Let's see right here. I'm gonna go to my orders just so you guys can suffer along with me because the anticipation is killing me. I ordered new strikers, and I ordered, this says they'll be here October 8th, which is absolutely crazy. It said it could have been here today, and they haven't even shipped it. So I tried. October 8th. Wow, that's a long time away for these headlights. Here's what I ordered. Black housings. So sorry about that, but yeah, ordered it on the 25th. Today's the 27th. Still haven't shipped it. Great. All right, so we're heading out to go drop off some of the parts that we did get today. The headlights, the harness, and the airline.
So I was gonna say about the CRV, I didn't even think about this, but the roof rack has been awesome. It's basically like having an 8-foot bed, but it's the roof. So I think I have like, I don't know, I'd like to say 8 foot worth of room up there, which is actually pretty sweet. I just, you know, you can't build too high, but as long as you strap everything down. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I'm gonna run this battery for a little while and just know not to leave the radio on when I stop. But yeah, so we're gonna head over there now, do a quick walk around. I don't know if I'm gonna work on anything today. Maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow. All right, we're gonna take the bottle up there. Go get that filled tomorrow with some welding gas. We gotta go get oxyacetylene tomorrow, and we're gonna be using this because, well, why not? Bought it to use it. That's what we're gonna do. I feel like I did pretty good because at the end of the day, I own this thing, so I don't gotta worry about it. Let's get this thing plugged in, see if we can't get the charger going. Hey Liam, can you throw this away, please?